Hey, what is up, everyone? Vibranium Scott, stand up today because how I want to do this is cover all the stories of the Batman Who Laughed, as well as the ascension of Lex Luthor, and then cover Hell Horizon. That story arc is going to put Batman Who Laughs against Apex Lex Luthor. But before I begin, hit that subscribe button and post a comment below on what you think about the origins of the Batman Who Laughs. Okay, we are in Earth negative 22, where the Joker went berserk and nuked majority of Gotham, killing half the population, where you see bodies everywhere. We see Batman tied up, laying on the ground, but man, there are bodies everywhere. We see Catwoman, Killer Croc, Penguin, just to name a few, as well as Joker holding Jim Gordon glasses, taunting Batman, telling him that they are still warm from the explosion. Now, just for clarification, Joker did not commit mass genocide just to see the world burn. Joker had a vision to recreate Gotham in the image of himself and Batman. And by doing this, Joker has had his goons lining up the remaining citizens of Gotham City in an alley, plans to shoot them one by one, recreating the traumatic experience Batman saw as a kid, as well as introducing them to a strand of the Joker venom that made him the Joker in the first place. Now, for Batman, this is the worst kind of torture because he can handle pain. That is what he was trained to do. But what forever scarred him and made him who he is today is the death of his parents. Batman, seeing this, just loses it, breaking out of his restraint, begging the Joker to stop. But the Joker told him he will never stop. And before long, Joker's laying on his back, getting slammed hard. Now, what is interesting about this world is that Joker knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, as well as how Batman parents died. But man, Batman beats the brakes off of the Joker. You see teeth flying everywhere, blood everywhere. Batman is blacked out, and by beating the brakes off of him, he accidentally breaks the Joker's neck when he comes out of his blackout. This in turn releases the powerful toxin that resides in the Joker's heart that only releases when the Joker dies, and it can only affect one person at close range. We are now at 2 days later after the incident. Batman tells Superman that the Joker was dying from the formula that made him the Joker in the first place, which is why he committed mass genocide. Batman begins to fear that the kids infected with the Joker toxin were beyond saving, but Superman tells Batman that there is still hope, something we are accustomed to seeing with the Man of Steel. Superman tells Batman he will be taking over the kids' therapy because the kids cannot hurt him, and the last psychologist that the kids had almost bit off her throat, which caused Batman to release a little bit of a small laugh. He's like, ah! Superman. But that laugh that he did surprises Superman because Batman is not known to laugh too often, as well as laugh at someone almost getting their throat bitten off. Batman tells Superman it wasn't funny. We then switch to 3 days later, where the Bat family are in the training room. Training for them is a little unusual because they haven't done training in years. Red Robin also noticed that the difficulty of the training is on hard. Nightwing realizes that the unusual training was to prepare them to face Batman in the future, as in him. Now notice this, everyone is there except for Damian. We're going to get on more on Damian a little bit later. Batman begins to tell the Bat family that he has been infected with a stronger version of the Joker strand. The Bat family tells him that they want to help in any way that they can now that they realize what is going on. But Batman begins to tell them that they're there for a different reason, and he starts reaching inside his cape because they will be the first to notice something's off about him, so he cannot let that happen. So he shoots everyone. The Bat family, like every member of the Bat family, gets gunned down, which is priceless because they had an all surprised look on their face as it happens to them. Now, We are to 1 week later where Batman has taken out the entirety of the Justice League except for Superman. And just for clarification, we know Batman has done this before in the, I think it's called Tower of Babel. Yeah, that's what's called Tower of Babel story arc where, you know, Vandal, he had like contingency plan on every member of the Justice League. But as you can see about Batman, he has a gradual transition from becoming Batman to the Bat Joker. You see his symbol is changing, and he has a big Joker grin on his face, as well as his voice is starting to change. Okay, now he begins to talk to Superman, and he tells Superman that the black kryptonite that he has on him, he used on Supergirl. That black kryptonite they used on Supergirl triggered her, and it caused her to go crazy and kill her human family. And after she killed off her human family, she ends up dying afterwards. We see Batman with a different Robin, one of which is Damian, who Superman is chastising Batman for turning his own son into a twisted version of himself. The other Robins might be the kids in the alley that turned into the Joker. He tosses a black kryptonite to Superman and watches as Superman and Superman tear Lois apart before they both are killed. At this point, we see that Batman Who Laughs becomes a ruler of Earth -22. No one could stop him. Not aliens, CIA, assassins, whoever they brought, they all got it. He gave it all to them. They didn't want no smoke with him. And he ends up becoming what we gonna call Bat King, up until the point that Barbados appeared to Batman, sells him on the idea of attacking Earth Zero. It's much like how Batman Who Laughs did with the other Nightmare Batman, something we already know about. Barbados gave Batman Who Laughs the necessary means to get the job done. And I'm not saying means like he could fight the Dawnbreaker or the Drown, just means that he needs to get the job done. That's what he needs. Now we're going to switch over. We eventually see that the Batman Laughs explain this to the guy in the chair. For those who ever read the book, I won't spoil it for you, but for those who did, you guys know who's in that chair. But the most profound description that the Batman Who Laughs gives us is that a king is the highest card with the highest value in the deck, which he's describing himself, Batman, while the Joker card by itself has no value but has a lot of potential. But holding both cards together, you get a lot of potential who has all value. He also told him with enough prep time, he also as I'm gonna just leave this in here. I messed up, but I'm gonna leave it in here for you guys just to show y'all that sometimes this does happen. As he told the guy in the chair, he thought with enough pride he could win in an unwinnable war, but realizes he needed to adapt. And as he puts it, a Batman who laughs is a Batman who wins. And I am going to end this video for you guys. I want to thank you for listening to this video if you made it to the end. And like I said, I am going to leave in some of my mistakes for you guys just so you can see that this stuff isn't as easy as it seems. And also just for people who want to be YouTubers and stuff, that you can live out your dreams just like I'm trying to live out my dreams. But I am going to let you guys go, and peace out all y'all.